Welcome to the Dog Trainers Podcast, a podcast created by dog trainers for dog trainers or anyone who's ever fallen in love with man's best friend. Episode 2 is all about how to become a dog trainer. Let's go back to, so educate yourself, study the greats. That's number 1 in dog training. That's the same in anything. Number 2, find a mentor that can teach you something, right? Third, find an environment that you can fully immerse yourself and you can work with animals. This is the best way to do it, okay? Now, there are dog training academies out there. There are places you can call, sign up, pay a tuition, they learn, they teach you stuff. Those can be very, very helpful as well as far as developing a strong knowledge base, understanding the industry. But I'm one of those people who will 100% advocate, if you want to learn the dog business, you have to be in the dog business, right? Now, a lot of these programs, they will say, go ahead and do an apprenticeship at so-and-so, or there's this mentor trainer that you can help them run their small business. But here's the reality. If you want to learn to run a big business, be part of a bigger kennel. If you ever want to learn to work with a high volume of dogs, be with a kennel that has a high volume of dogs. Be with a kennel that has a grooming department so you can learn what training techniques to work on with grooming. Be in a place where that has a daycare so you can learn how to control, as Mariano was saying earlier, how to control a group of 20, 25 dogs, 30 dogs, how to read body language. All these things is boarding. All these things it all comes together to give you this fully immersive experience. Kind of like when I was a kid, and I was fully immersed in these farm animals and these ranch animals, the horses, the goats, the pigs, the llamas, the geese, you name it. You learn to adapt. You learn to change your senses to be able to see what the common person cannot see. And this ultimately is what makes you a professional and an expert in your field. The fact that you have more knowledge, more insight, your brain now is wired to see the things that others cannot. This is what helps build that confidence that is going to make you the best dog trainer you can be.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. And the final tip to add to that would be tip number 4, don't be afraid to suck at something.
100%. Yes. Thank you so much for saying that. That needs to be said.
Yeah, you're going to suck.
Because you will always suck.
Yep. Before you get good. Yeah.
Always. The reason for having that mentor, they'll tell you suck, but then they'll teach you how to get better.
Yeah, and they'll tell you it's okay to suck. And why shouldn't you? Anything good should come with a sort of proving ground. So yeah, You're going to suck, man. It's fine. Just suck in a way that's minimally consequential to the dogs you're working with, and that's why you have mentors, to start you easy and to make sure that you're not biting off more than you can chew.
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, we really hope that this podcast was helpful for you. If you guys have any more questions, please just reach out to us, email us. We'll put our emails down below. Reach out to us individually, and we'd be happy to talk about any subject that you guys are curious about. We've been in the game now I've been in the game now for 12 years. He's been in the game now for about 7. Has it been 7? Has it been more?
About
7,
closer to 8, yeah.
Closer to 8 now. So we're happy to share this knowledge with you guys. We want you guys to grow. And most importantly, we want to help develop better dog trainers. There needs to be better dog trainers out there because the dogs are literally counting on us, right? If we don't become better as a community, if we can't learn to come together as dog trainers, then unfortunately the only people who suffer are dogs. People who suffer. The only thing that suffers are dogs. Right? Dogs are people too. So anyways, we really hope that you guys like this podcast. Any final notes you want to say, Mariano?
No, man, I think this was good. I think we covered it. Just, if you can, just reiterate the 4.
All right, so the first 4. And actually, I'm going to change the order up a little bit for you.
Okay.
Number 1, immerse yourself in knowledge. So books, videos, podcasts like this one. That's number 1. Get to understand the perspective. Now, there might be a lot of question marks in your head. You may not know how to connect the dots yet. But number 1, collect all the dots. Collect them, okay? Number 2, find a mentor, okay? Now that mentor could be number 3, but number 2, find an environment that allows you to be around animals, be it a rescue, a shelter, a dog kennel, dog walking, like just immerse yourself around animals. Create that for yourself. Make that your environment where you're around animals all the time, okay? Number 3, seek out a mentor. This could be a master coach, a master trainer. This could just be someone who's been doing it longer than you, who you see skills in them that you want to emulate or mirror. Find them and be coachable. That's so important. Don't take things personal, because guess what? People have worked really, really hard to get to where they need to be. And number 4, don't be afraid to suck. You can suck, but guess what? As long as you love what you do and you're passionate about it and you focus on mastering the skills, you will get so freaking good before you freaking know it. I've probably trained over 20 people to be dog trainers over the last 12 years, and they all have their own businesses and they're all successful and everything. And wow, it is crazy that when you put your head down and just go and train, how your skill set just grows, right? So I just want to motivate you guys to, if this is really your passion, if this is the industry you want to be in, this is what we recommend.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks, man. All right, guys. Check out our next episode of our podcast and keep those questions coming in. We'll put the emails right down here. All right? You guys take care. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Dog Trainers Podcast, a podcast created by dog trainers, for dog trainers, or anyone who's ever fallen in love with man's best friend.